Ghosts of War is the newest film from the director of The Butterfly Effect and also the writer of Final Destination 2 and 4. This was something I was looking forward to because I like World War II horror films. I think there's a lot of really damn good ones out there, like Overlord and like The Devil's Rock, and there's a lot of really cool World War II flicks, horror flicks, and World War One ones as well, like Death Watch or something. So the war setting in horror, I think, can be done very, very well. And with this director coming back for the first time since The Butterfly Effect, I was thinking, oh, this guy has, a special project to share. The cast is pretty good. You've got a lot of memorable faces, especially if you watch the DC Universe show, Titans, or the Blue Mountain State with Thad, but he's also in Titans, as is the kid who plays Dick Grayson, Nightwing, Robin, whatever, in that show. He's the lead in this movie. You've also got Billy Zane in this movie. You've got that kid from Sons of Anarchy. So you got a good amount of, not Jax, by the way. I don't know what his name is, but he's been in a decent amount of shit. I've seen him all over the place. He was in Daredevil as well. I don't know what that kid's name is. I don't know what ethnicity he is, but I think he might be Mexican. Doesn't matter. But anyway, I was just trying to paint you a picture of who he is in case you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Maybe I should write down some names and actually do some research before I do this. But I like guttural reactions and just kind of like, that guy in that movie. I basically talk about movies like my mom at this point. When, best thing ever, my mom would always call, Dude, Where's My Car? She would come up with a different name for the movie every single fucking time she would mention it. She'd be like, you know that movie with Ashton Kutcher? Bro, have you seen My Ride lately? Or something. Every single time. Anyways, getting off of that subject. But this movie is not good. This movie is not good. There's good in it here and there. Like, I could cherry pick good things out of this movie. I thought the ending was okay-ish, but not something I haven't seen. It tries to like be a Black Mirror episode or something, and I'm like, okay. Everything feels so generic, A. B, everything feels very cheap. It does not feel like a well-produced film. It feels like a director that hasn't made a movie in a long time, and a writer who hasn't made a movie in a long time, and they're rusty. And I'm not really sure, like when I watch movies like this, they're just like B flicks that really just don't have much to bring to the table. It's just, I don't even give a fucking plot synopsis, but I really suck at this, guys. I'm so bad at spoiler-free reviews. And some would argue I'm just bad at this period, but I like talking about movies in depth and talking shit, but whatever. It's about these soldiers that are in World War II, obviously, and they are behind enemy's lines, and they go and they hole up in this mansion, this big house, and they're hanging out there, hiding from the Germans. And while they're there, the place is haunted, and they start to see ghosts and ghosts of war. Pretty simple plot synopsis here. But just throughout, man, like, I didn't give a shit about anybody. I didn't give a shit about anything. I kept asking questions over and over, like, why are they doing this? Why aren't they just leaving? And I couldn't come up with any really good reasons. And then, as I said, at the end, it's a pretty decent reveal. Not something you wouldn't guess exactly. Although I can't imagine you guess this specifically, but it's not something that's like, oh my God, I can't believe it's that. The twist is okay, and the reveal of it and how it plays out and all that is fine. Like, that's like the moments in the movie where I'm like, this is okay. this is okay. This part's okay. But the rest of the movie, for me, was just dragging. Characters felt very forced and one-dimensional, and I found this film to be an extreme chore to get through. And that's a shame with the talent involved. I feel like this should have been way better. It had tons of potential with rewrites, maybe a better director. The actors were fine. I know that they can give better performances. And the twist and all that and the reveal is good. It just needs to be worked out more. This is something that should have went through multiple more rewrites and maybe hired a better director for it. But anyways, not recommended at all. I also don't recommend checking out my spoiler-free reviews ever again.